So here we have this week's sneaker releases, and quite a few to get through, so let's get started. And the first one up is the Jordan Comfort Era, and there was a couple of different colorways that released over the few weeks back, which was the white and black version and also the Chicago type colorway. However, there's going to be a few more dropping. I think this will probably be the American release date by the looks of it, the 20th of April. But there are sort of other colorways. Out of all the 5 that are on this particular screen, I think for me the beige kind of pair, the khaki kind of pair, looks they're probably the most neutral and easiest to wear. Same with the white and black one. So yeah, they're very nice on foot and very comfortable in my opinion. And I think for me they don't really look like a Jordan sneaker. They look more like a standard Nike sneaker. And also we have the Air Jordan 4 RM Aluminium, and these are again a cool looking sneaker. I do like the Jordan 4 RM personally. Not the greatest sort of comfort. They're kind of similar to a Jordan 4, but slightly more comfortable than a standard Jordan 4. And it's been sort of slightly retooled as well because it's a bit more flatter on foot. But they're coming out on the 20th of April. And also we've got 2 Nike Vomero 5s. I think maybe people have started to have a bit of fatigue with these Vomero 5s, so I still see them on sale quite a lot. Obviously there's been loads of different colorways releasing. I do like the black and the kind of light beigey brown color, and yeah, both still very nice, but it's nothing like we haven't seen before really. And also we've got another P6000, which I think will be popular. This seems to be a good budget model for the people that are sort of more price conscious. This black and pink pair does look cool, and like I said, I think it'll be popular. And also we have the Nike Air Force 1 Low and Next Nature, which is a habanero red. And the Next Nature is usually sort of materials that aren't premium materials and more sort of recycled materials. So it could even be vegan materials. So just be, if you're sort of interested in something that isn't using animal leather, then this is probably worth getting. And then also we have the Nike Zoom Spiridon Cage 2, which I think is a comfortable sneaker on foot. A bit strange looking. This was designed by Stephen Smith of Yeezy fame, and also he worked for New Balance and also for Nike. And this one, I'm just not a fan of the colorway really. I think it's just not doing the silhouette justice. I think it looks better when it's with simple sort of plainer colours. And also we got the 22nd of April, we've got the Air Max 1 King's Day. I'm a big fan of Air Max 1s in general, but I don't think this is the best one that's out there in my opinion. But I think it'll still be popular, with a lot of people out there, and using a sort of brown colour effect going on. I think it probably will be something that a lot of people will be after, and I think it's got quite sort of low stock numbers as well. And another one by Devin Booker is 3 different sneakers, so 2 blazers and 1 Book 1. They've got kind of the shaggy suede material on there, and they're inspired by, I think, Devin Booker's Chevrolet classic collection of cars. And so yeah, they look really nice, I suppose, and I do think they look cool. Blazers not something that I like personally. I think the Book 1's a cool silhouette and a lot of unique kind of colorways as well, and quite sort of under the radar really. And also we have the Nike Reactx Rejuvenate, and this is coming in 3 colorways, which I think have been released already, different parts of the world. And these seem like a bit of a restock to me. And then also another one, which is the Nike Reactx Rejuvenate Slide. These I've reviewed already. I reviewed these last week, the black pair, and yeah, overall a cool piece of footwear. Not still as nice as a Yeezy Slide, but still very good in my opinion, and much like I suppose a New Balance Slide, or even going towards the Crocs. And then we also have the Nike Shox Ride 2. This is kind of using almost sort of textile materials rather than using sort of the leather overlays, like on the Nike swoosh. But yeah, not the greatest in terms of looks for me. I think there's other colorways of the Shox Ride 2 that I'd prefer. And then also we have the Nike Pegasus Premium Hyper Pink. This one I think will be popular as well, and quite loud in terms of its colorway. But obviously more for the women, and probably in time for Easter. And then also Nigo's announced a couple more Air Force 3s, which I reported on last week, and this is the Croc editions. Out of the 2 pairs, I think I prefer the black pair because it looks more I suppose masculine. The white pair, because of the gold touches on there, I'm just not feeling them as much. But I think, you know, with these ones, I'd still want to see some of the OG colorways that come out rather than these collab ones. And then also we have the New Balance 992, and this is called the Core, but I think it's using almost like the Nimbus Cloud colorway in all honesty. But I'm a fan of the 992, especially the Joe Freshgoods one I bought. Very comfortable on foot, quite sort of chunky looking at the same time though. But yeah, this one's got probably one of the nicer colorways, and I did like the Osaka colorway as well, but that's going for an extortionate amount of money. And then also we have the Brain Dead Adidas Forest Hill collection, and again this is using shaggy suede, and the Forest Hills is another one of those Adidas silhouettes that's been collaborated on quite a few times over the last few years. And yeah, overall just another simple trainer from Brain Dead and Adidas. And then something which I'm probably like sick of now and sick of taking L's on is the Nike Air Max 95 Big Bubble Neon. Obviously it's a great shoe, just don't like the way Nike have handled it, and this is coming out on the 25th of April. I'm not sure what that date is, whether that's a worldwide date or a US date or a EU date, but we've, you know, seen these released a bunch of different times from different retailers, etc. So I just don't know, you know, this release date might not even happen in all honesty, because it's supposed to be so limited in numbers. And then we've also got the Nike Lebron 21 Prime 96, which is a take on the Deion Sanders DT Max, and it's a cool shoe, you know, in terms of like, I suppose, drawing inspiration from an older silhouette. I think it's you know, pretty well done, and yeah, overall, you know, if you're a basketball fan, then I'm sure you'll be sort of gravitating towards these. And then also we've got the, which I think has been pushed back, is on the 25th of April, the Nike Air Max 95 OG Pink Foam. Just a really clean sneaker in my opinion, and another nice one, especially if you miss out on the OG neons. And then something which I may end up grabbing is the Nike Air Max Craze Women's Black and Bright Citrus. It's loaded up on sneakers up in here in the UK and EU, and just a weird looking silhouette. I'm not sure if it's going to be one of those ones where, similar to the Air Max Thunder, because of the zip up like structure at the front, whether that's going to cause problems, but I'll see, I suppose, when I get them. But it might not be something that I keep, but I am interested in sort of checking them out if I can. And then there's also an orange pair that's coming out, and at the same time, so this one is cool, but probably not as cool as the black pair for me. The black pair I think is an OG colorway. I'm not sure about this orange one. And then also we've got the Adidas Originals New York City Tip Top shoes, and they're celebrating their 85th anniversary. And overall, it's another cool shoes from Adidas, and collaborating with another, I suppose, shoe retailer. But I think the Handball spezial probably is one, the cooler one in terms of its look. It's quite sort of unique in terms of its stitching design, and it comes with a nice sort of box presentation as well. And then we also have the Air Jordan 11 Low Bred. This one, another cool sort of looking silhouette. I do like the 11 Lows, and this Bred one is, if I was to buy one, it'd probably be this one, but I just don't end up wearing Jordan 11, so that's why I sort of stay clear of them. I have had a couple over the years, and I've just not worn them, and then decided to sort of sell them on. But it is a clean sneaker. If I was to go for one, it would be this one. And then we also have the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Phantom, which is coming out on the 26th of April. I just don't feel like it's going to release on the 26th of April. I've not seen any pictures, official pictures. This is still very much a mock-up, and I just feel like it's one of those sneakers that was announced but hasn't seen the light of day, in all honesty. I'll be surprised if it releases on the 26th of April, to tell you the truth, because I haven't seen any pics and no one mentioned these at all, apart from the release date that's on there.